Hey, what's up everyone? It's Altu here from loseweightbuildmuscles.com. One of the most popular questions I've had recently in response to some of my videos, especially the video about how I lost 4 inches off my waist without doing any cardio whatsoever. I explained that I was doing carb cycling to achieve that, and loads of the questions I got were, can you give us a sample of your diet, exactly what you were eating, give us a typical day. Luckily for you, Altu is your hookup. On smartphones, what you can do is download an app called MyFitnessPal. It's a free application, so feel free to download it. It is awesome. You can get it for BlackBerry as well. I think you can get it for iPhone. You can get it for iPhone as well. What it is, it's basically a massive database of all types of foods. You can literally type in foods from the supermarket, you can type in brands of foods, and it will have that exact food, and it will break down all of its nutrients, the carbs, fats, proteins, even the vitamins and minerals. It will break all that down for you as well. So download it, and then what you can do, it's quite an eye-opener for some people. If you log everything you do, even for a few days, you can get an idea of how many calories you're taking in, what those calories are made of as well, especially. You know, how much protein are you getting, how much carbs are you getting, how much fat are you getting really. We all have an idea in our heads of what we think we're eating and how much we're eating, but the reality can sometimes be wildly varying from that. So download MyFitnessPal and you can see exactly what you are eating. Anyway, on to a typical day that I logged. So what I'm going to show you is an example day. This was on February the 28th, so that was about 4.5 weeks, 5 weeks out from my competition on April the 1st of this year, 2012. So let's have a look. Okay, so the first thing that I'll tell you is I had 2,249 calories on that day. This was a low carb day as well, so it was the low carb portion of my carb cycling. So what I did was I did 3 days of low carbs, followed by 1 day of high carbs and protein as well. My protein always stays high. For breakfast, I had 2 unsmoked Bacon Rashers. I had 1 whole egg. I had 4 egg whites. So I think I made those, I scrambled those up. So I made scrambled eggs with 5 egg whites, 1 yolk. And I put a little bit of olive oil in that, just a tiny dash, when I fried it. Okay, so that was breakfast. Now, the rest of my diet, I didn't really break down into dinner, lunch, things like that. I just kind of added everything under one banner. So for brunch, I had 400 grams of steak, fillet steak. I had a handful of almonds, 20 grams of almonds. I had a piece of avocado, love avocado, really quality fats. I had steamed brown Basmati rice, so I had 100 grams of this, which broke down to I think 27 grams of carbohydrates. So that was my only real carbohydrate source apart from vegetables as well. I haven't logged vegetables on here as well, so you know, bear that in mind. I don't really count greens in terms of my calorie intake. I just kind of get them in because they're really important. You get your fibre, you get your essential vitamins and minerals, so get those in, they're really helpful. Okay, so other snacks I had, again throughout the day, I had 4 more egg whites. I had chicken breast, 170 grams of chicken breast. With all these meals I'm having vegetables as well, so although it sounds really bland, it's not as bland as it sounds on here because I haven't added the vegetables on. Let's have a look. I had a workout that day as well, so I had some whey protein post-workout, mixed with some casein as well to get an extended release of protein. And then towards the night, my final meal was 4 liquid egg whites mixed with casein protein and that was it for that day. So that all equaled 2,249 calories, and I believe that was about 5 or 6 meals in that one day. Okay, so that was everything I ate in my 2,249 calories. Now I'm going to break down the macronutrients for you. So how much of it was protein, how many carbs, how many fats. Okay, so total fats I got that day was 97. I think that was probably more than I wanted to get. It came probably a lot from that steak, 97 grams. I did get good fats as well from the avocados, the almonds also. Carbs, I got 61 grams of carbs. That's not including vegetables, so the vegetables probably would have bumped it up by about 10 to 20 grams. So that's a very low carb day. 60 grams, I'd say I got about 80 in reality. Protein, now that was a high one. I got 307 grams of protein. So my weight at that time was about 180 pounds, 182 pounds. So I got about 1.5 grams of protein per pound. Maybe I got more than that. So that's the important figure there, the protein and the low carbs. Obviously the rest of the fat you want to make up with good quality sources, but the carbs is what's going to help to burn your fat, and the high protein is what's going to help to retain that muscle. You really want to increase the protein to make sure that your body doesn't go into a catabolic state. So there you go, download the MyFitnessPal app and log everything you're eating. It's so helpful. It doesn't take that long. Once you're used to it, it's so quick. It takes literally 1 or 2 minutes of your time, and it's a really helpful tool. So I hope that helps. That's a typical example of my diet. You can see it down below as well in the description if you missed any of it. If you need any more help with anything, give me a shout. I'll elaborate in a different video. Alright, keep training, keep kicking ass. Take care.